Hey guys, and a big welcome to game number 1 out of 100 of my brand new Human vs. AI series, where I'll be playing the AI-powered Scrabble bot BestBot in a 100-game match. Now, for those of you who watched my 100-game series against TastyBot, the format is going to look pretty much the same here. The main difference is I'll be playing with 20 minutes on my clock as opposed to 15. This will just leave me a little more time in the endgames, since I did tend to run into time pressure against TastyBot, and that made things a little bit chaotic and difficult to analyze. So, most games I probably won't use my full clock, but in some games that are really close, it'll be nice to have a little extra buffer. And before I jump in, just another reminder that there is a prediction contest open for this series until Game 4 gets published next Monday. So basically the way that works is in any of these videos, just comment what do you think the final record is going to be between myself and BestBot over 100 games. Just let me know the wins, losses, and point spread. And at the end of the series, sometime next year, a couple of folks who guess the closest will be the lucky winners of some cool prizes. So be sure to get those in by next Monday, and without further ado, let's get this series officially underway. And we are off! Okay, so it looks like we're going to be first in game number 1, and we have a decent opening rack to start things off. Several scoring tiles, and there's a couple options here we could consider. Could play phone for 30, keeps EY. I don't love the Y, but it's not terrible. The other main option that stands out is honey, which could play for 30 in either spot. What I don't love about honey is that it puts a vowel next to this double, so whether I play it here or here, I'm going to be giving back some big overlap plays. The F versus the Y, I mean, the F is probably not as bad for bingoing, the Y is probably better for scoring, so it's about a wash, I would think. So probably better to play phone just for the superior positional placement. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to play short here. I mean, this is not bad. It's a 12-point sacrifice, though, which is just way too much to give up. It's not like EHON is such a great leave anyway, so I think I'm better off just doing this. And not a great draw. A lot of vowels with the Y, but could be worse. I do pick up an S, and BestBot immediately starting off the series with a bingo of Hymation for 92. So that one stung a little bit, but still very early. So definitely don't want to get too hung up over that. And probably here I want to just play off the Y. Maybe Ya or Yay, I would imagine. Not sure which of these two. Probably Yay. I think I'm better off getting rid of the E. There's a floating O and E open, so having an extra vowel isn't going to really help my cause for hitting those. And also the 7s line after Yay is much easier to hit, since Ta is a lot easier to hook than AA. Here I need to start with an S or maybe an L if I draw one, but here I can start with any number of tiles, so I think I'm better off playing Yay. It also does score a few more points. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Not a great draw here either. We pull W, and yeah, we draw AWE after playing off AYE, so not the best, but hopefully be able to just play off WA or something like that next turn. I don't see much else, and yeah, it's worth mentioning, of course, that BestBot, unlike HastyBot, does not move instantly. So we saw with HastyBot that the bot doesn't really strategize; it just plays the best play for points leave combo. BestBot very much does strategize, and it runs a lot of internal simulations, so it makes much better plays than HastyBot, but it does sometimes take a little time. So we'll see what BestBot comes up with on this turn. It plays G's for 34. So it's a fairly good defensive play. And I'm already just not really liking my position here at all, because Wa is now blocked. I just don't have any good ways to score. Yeah, like I could play maybe a Wii over here for 24. It's not bad. I'm just really already starting to worry about space on this board, because if he blocks the 7 line down here, then there really aren't a lot of bingo lines left. There's this H, but it's not too easy to hit. Although it's still very early, so I probably shouldn't be too worked up about that yet. Like, I could play all. I feel like that's a little bit too aggressive still at this point in the game. Like, I could give back big plays on this triple. I could give back Easy plays hooking there. I just don't really think I need to take that kind of risk just yet. I think OE is just a bit more sound. Like, I'm going to be down about 50, I guess, plus whatever the bot plays. It's a bit. I also have the phones hook as well, so, like, I still have places to go. I don't think I need to really panic at this point. OE also scores considerably more points, so I think I'm going to play that. Dang it. Draw the Q. So, not at all what we want. Ooh, we do have Fock here, though, so if that stays open, that'll be a very nice play. Not only does it score well, it keeps a great lead, and sets up a big hook with Fock here. So, really, really crossing my fingers that that stays open. It's a decent chance it will, I think. But yeah, my next best option is so much worse. Like, I don't even know what my next best option is, and it does stay open. So, out 8. Yeah, he gives me Cade here, but Fock here clearly better. So, okay, and now we draw a decent rack here. Do I have anything that plays? Radiates, Airdates, Dataries, but none of them fit through this E, and he bingos again with Hoydent. And unfortunately, he doesn't give me anything back. His Radiance doesn't fit. So, not particularly good. No 7s on this rack, I believe. Nothing through this R. From this O. Yeah, I think we are bingo-less, which is not good, given we're down 111. I need to bingo ASAP, so probably just Da to keep the best leave. I hate playing for only 17. It's not like I can even really score that much without blowing up my rack, and I can't afford to just blow up my rack at this point. I can't just score 35 or something and concede that I'm not likely to bingo at this score. So yeah, Da, or maybe Head scores 2 more points. That might be better. I'm not sure. Gives me another S hook. I don't really need that though, since I have Fakirs. And it does kind of, yeah, I don't think I like this, because it kind of encourages him to play across and block Fakirs. So I think I'm better off playing Da over here. I also stopped some scoring plays he might have down there that would score really well and also block up the bottom of the board. So I think Da is better positionally for me. And I don't love sacrificing points when you're at this deficit, but it's only 2. And I do think it'll just leave the board more favorable for a comeback. So I'm going to play Da. And draw another D. I have Rightards, but I don't think it's going to play. And he bingos again with Terbiums. Oh boy. So, yeah, this isn't looking good, guys. Not good at all. And, yeah, I don't think Rightards is going to play. So, probably just Briard over here. It scores something. And it does open some more lines on the bottom. So, I don't know. I think that's probably reasonable. I just don't really see anything else. I mean, the bingo doesn't play. Scores way more than all my other options. You draw the X now, so definitely not what we needed. Yeah, it's looking like this first game is probably going to go pretty handily to BestBot, but I guess it's still not over. I mean, if I play the X for 40 next turn with Oxo and then get 2 bingos, I could maybe still pull this out. It's very unlikely, but crazier things have happened. The thing is, it's going to be hard to exploit BestBot in similar ways that I did with HastyBot. Like, sometimes with HastyBot, I could make an opening and it might not block. Like, if I just dangle a tile in the triple-triple line, then BestBot is definitely going to block, but HastyBot maybe wouldn't in some cases. I certainly stole a couple of improbable games off of HastyBot that I'm not going to be able to steal off of BestBot in the same fashion. So, we'll see. But yeah, I expect BestBot is going to probably try to play something through one of the tiles in Briard or maybe in Terbiums to start exhausting the board. I do still have that S for Fakirs, which will be very handy. So yeah, of course the plan is going to be to play Ox or Oxo. Probably Oxo. Although there is kind of a vowel shortage. There's only 14 vowels and 29 consonants. So maybe Ox is better to hold on to the O as an extra vowel. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, Oxo's 3 more points. Normally ELST is a little bit better, I think, than ELOST. It probably still is. I think there's enough vowels and gives me another shot at the blank. So yeah, probably Oxo. assuming that stays open. BestBot going into its longest thing of the game here, interestingly. So I wonder if it has some bad tiles. It's certainly possible. There's plenty of bad tiles out there. There's 2 U's, 2 V's, a W, just a bunch of other consonants, 4 N's, 3 L's, 3 T's. So it could have some bad tiles, and it's trying to figure out what the best way is to plod through those and also try to restrict my options a little bit. Or maybe BestBot has like satire and a blank, and it's just thinking and simulating between its 157, probably more than that, actually probably like 400 playable bingos, and just torturing me a little bit. Hard to say. I don't know BestBot well enough to know what it's doing here, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, but I think from my perspective here, just kind of play OXO, hope to draw bingo, and then hope to bingo again. Even then, I'm not sure I'd have enough. I mean, I'm going to be down probably about 150 after BestBot's next play. OXO will get me to within, still be down over 100 probably. Be down like 110, and then BestBot plays again. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to probably need OXO and then... Okay, so VAW, interesting. Yeah, so it seems like BestBot probably did have a bad rack there. Which is a little bit of a break for me, but I'm going to need another good break after OXO for sure. Give me a bingo. Well, I have tunnels, but I don't think that's going to play. Trunnels, but doesn't, well, it does play, but not as a bingo. Of course, I still have my S, so that doesn't really do me any good. Yeah, this isn't looking particularly promising. And unlike HastyBot, BestBot is probably not going to just open another bingo line for me. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. So this is turning into a bloodbath. BestBot bingos again with lysines. And yeah, I think now it's time to just kind of throw in the towel. I mean, I don't even know where I bingo. Like, against HastyBot, I would probably try Tunnel here because it might not block. Against BestBot, it's going to just block. There's really no point. Like, I should probably play against BestBot more similarly to how I'd play against another top human player at a tournament. Because it's not just going to fall for those kind of tricks that HastyBot fell for. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have a lot of options here at all. Like, this board is really bad now for bingoing. I mean, there's this D. That's probably my best line. There's this L. Maybe null? I think null is reasonable. It's kind of a measured aggression because it does set up that S hook for nulls, which is nice, and the top. So yeah, I'm going to play null. I think that's fine. And now I draw the J. Wow, this is a very rough game. Hopefully I'll even break 300, but pretty tough start to the series for sure. So, let's see what I can do. Wow! That is BestBot's 5th bingo already of this game, and I have bingoed 0 times. I'm down 209 to 468. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I guess now, I mean, do I play Jeté? Do I play something here? I don't even know. I mean, there's 2 C's for sick, 2 G's for sig, a P for sip. Like, I kind of feel like I need to go there. And Jeté gets rid of both of my E's, which I don't really like. I don't want to just fish. Yeah, I think I need to play here. I'll probably just play Ben. I don't even know. Yeah, this is just ugly. Didn't even get 1 bingo down this game, and probably won't at this point. I mean, I don't necessarily think I played particularly badly. We'll look at the analysis afterwards, but I feel like BestBot just got so much there. I mean, 5 bingos, and several of them, like Hymation and Hoyden, scored a lot of points too. Lysine scored a lot. Just absolute bloodbath of a game. So a very inauspicious start to this series, but that's why there's 100 games. You never know what's going to happen, and hopefully in the next game I'll be able to exact some revenge. But we'll see. So yeah, BestBot is going to go into a bit of a think here, it looks like. Yeah, sometimes BestBot takes a pretty long time in the pre-endgames and endgames. But okay, it plays cogs. Wow, why did it play cogs using the last S? It would have just played cog. That's a very weird play. I mean, maybe the simulation just kind of breaks down when it's up so much because everything is 100%. But yeah, I can't imagine cogs is the right play because, I mean, why wouldn't it just play cog, right? Because cog basically scores the same and keeps the S, and it had the last S there. I don't know. But in any case, what do I want to do here? I still just don't really have a good play with this J. Could play Kit for 28. It's not bad. Like, I just don't really think there's much merit in fishing. I mean, this just doesn't bingo nearly enough. And if I keep the K, it's going to be pretty hard for me to bingo too. So probably I should just play Kit. Yeah, I just really don't have anything good with this J that I can see. So I'm going to just play over here. And, okay, so I guess I'll have something like Jute next turn. Don't have much else, I don't really think. And yeah, we'll see what BestBot comes up with. It's worth mentioning that BestBot's endgames are pretty much perfect, if not perfect, so I'm going to need to play very precise in games that, not this one, but in games that do come down to the endgame, as HastyBot was often not particularly strong in endgame positions, but BestBot is going to be extremely precise and deadly, so yeah. BestBot definitely taking a little bit while here. If it keeps thinking for several minutes at a time in the pre-endgame and endgame in these kind of positions where the game is completely decided, I'll probably just pause the video until it moves just to not bore you guys too much. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to say, I think, at this point. Like, if it doesn't go over there, I'll probably just play Jute. Of course, there's no reason to fish here. I mean, I guess I could fish for Nutcase, but the bot's probably just going to block anyway. And yeah, I mean, I could just play JO for 9, go for Nutcase, I guess. I'd probably try that against HastyBot, but against BestBot, I think it just blocks, and I'm better off just playing Jute and cutting a little bit more spread. Maybe I can somehow manage to lose by less than 200 here. I guess I also have Just over here, or something like that. But Jute is probably a little bit better. So, alright, BestBot's still thinking. Let me pause the video, and I will come back as soon as BestBot plays. Okay, and BestBot has moved. So, it played over here on the left. It scored 28 points, and there's 2 left in the bag. I guess probably just Jute. Yeah, as long as I can draw a vowel, I'll have a decent chance at maybe threatening an outplay with Talipeds in the endgame. I could consider Just to keep a vowel, but it's probably going to have Parvo or something on top. I should probably block that. Yeah, let's play Jute. Alright, and I do draw an A, so I'm threatening to go out with Carnes, and it plays Vamp pretty quickly, which I guess does block my out there. So I probably want to just go out with Racons, I would imagine. Yeah, I don't see any reason not to go out. I mean, I guess, can it go out, though? It has Rotl, R-O-T-L, it can't play it. Could play Lot here. It can probably just score enough, though, that, I mean, I don't see how I'm going to score a ton of points if I play out in 2. So I think I should just go out. Yeah. So, alright. Pretty rough game to start the series. I lose 322 to 534. I didn't feel like I played that badly, but let's take a look at the examiner. Yeah, Phone looks fine. Really, Phone and Honey are the only place to consider. Unfortunately, I got burned very badly with Hymation. And Ya ranks a little higher on static. I still think Ye is fine. Like I said, it makes the 7 lines easier to hit, and it also gets sort of an extra vowel, and there are several floating vowels. I didn't see AIDS over here. That's a cool play. Keeping the Y, though, I think I'm better off at this point, given my early deficit, trying to get rid of it and try the bingo. So I think that's fine. And BestBot already had the blank here. Interesting to go for G's instead of Fuse. I guess BestBot wanted to be a little bit more defensive, which makes sense at this score. And yeah, Aoi looks good. I think all, like I said, is just a little bit premature. If I were down even more, or if it were a bit later in the game and it was more urgent for me to bingo, then all was probably better. But at this point, I think Aoi is still fine. And then BestBot without 8. Yeah, Fakir clearly best here. And yeah, so I saw ahead. Myriad is cool, but I think I just need to bingo ASAP here, which unfortunately I didn't manage to do. But at this kind of score, especially with all one-pointers, it's not like I'm going to be scoring that much anyway. So, I mean, I could play Sadi for 32, but I'm still going to be down probably about 100. And either way, I'm going to need to bingo at least twice to get back into this game. So better off trying to get one of them out of the way ASAP. So yeah, either Da or Head. I still maintain Da's a little bit better for me positionally, just to stop some easy overlap plays for the bot that would both score well and block my line. So I think Da helps protect some of those lines a little bit better. And also protect the Fakir's line by not giving him easy overlaps after Head. So I think Da's fine, but yeah, the bot just bingoes back. Not much else here other than Briard, I don't think. So yeah, I think this is a pretty well played game. Just the tiles did really not do me a lot of favors. I mean, Oxo versus Ox, I guess, is still debatable, but I think Oxo is fine. And yeah, see here, this is the difference, guys, between BestBot and HastyBot. HastyBot immediately would slap down Tinsley, which of course is a terrible play in this position. You're going to be taking nearly a 200-point lead, so much, much better off to sacrifice 6 points and not put a tile, especially one as strong as a T in the 6th spot in the middle of a triple-triple line. So, of course, a smart play by the bot. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it's really just a matter of cutting spread. I'm not going to win regardless of what I do. I think null is a reasonable effort. It forks the board nicely, opens a line on the top, possibly ending in an E or EN, and the null's hook. But yeah, of course, the bot just bingos with Taliped. I didn't want to get rid of the E here for 6 more because it's the last E. Beset I didn't see, but I mean, also the S is kind of nice for Taliped. So I think Ben is fine. Of course, at this point, it's just a matter of cutting spread. And yeah, I don't really understand Cogs here by BestBot. I do wonder, I mean, yeah, at least, like, why not Fogs? Or Cogs even there? I mean, I don't know why the bot's sacrificing, like, 10 points. So I don't know, either the bot is a absolute genius and it knows something I don't, or there's a little bit of a bug here and the bot maybe just breaks down a little bit when the game is already completely decided, just because everything in the sim that it's running is showing 100%. So I'm not really sure, but in any case, it doesn't really matter at this point. But yeah, Kit looks fine. And then, yeah, Jude. No, I think I played pretty well here, to be honest. I mean, yeah, no clear mistakes at all, actually, this game, to speak of. Definitely some debatable decisions, I guess, like Yay earlier on, maybe Phone versus Honey. I don't know, but I think every play I made, I would make again. So I can't really complain too much. Obviously, I'm playing against a very fearsome and skilled opponent, and it's game 1. There's 99 games to go, so we're going to try to move past this quickly, forget that happened, and try to produce a better showing in game number 2. So that's it, guys. That wraps up game number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it and are excited for the remaining games, and I will see you all soon. Thanks again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.